is Taylor, and welcome to the podcast. We're going to be talking about thrifting today, so that should be really fun. So we're all going to go around the circle and introduce ourselves and say why we thrift. So I'll start with me. My name's Taylor. I thrift because I'm big into the environment and reducing my footprint. So I've kind of taken this challenge to buy at least 90% of my things used. So that includes clothes, furniture, stuff like that. So yeah, that's why I thrift.
My name is Ian, and I thrift because I'm broke, and it's cheap, and it's also really fun. It can be really fun. Thrifting, sometimes when you find something that really speaks to you, like just an article of clothing, like a cool jacket or something, it's just a really satisfying feeling, especially when you look at the price tag and it's like $10. That's I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Marina, and I like to thrift because I'm really cheap, actually. I don't like expensive stuff. And personally, I kind of have an older school kind of style. So I really like definitely just back in the day, retro or antique-ish kind of jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite thrifting stuff,
Ooh.
honestly, is jewelry. Old school, real old school jewelry.
My name's Rachel, and I like thrifting for pretty much all those reasons as well. But I also definitely just enjoy the process of it. I'll go by myself and just spend 2 whole hours just picking through a store.
It's
and
fun.
It's really fun.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, I don't really have a place to keep furniture right now, but I do love thrifting for furniture. Well, just looking and planning my future vintage home.
Yeah.
Right.
Someday I will have room for a coffee table and a mid-century modern chair. Those are my goals.
There you go.
Yeah. All right, so before we get into some of our discussion topics, I wanted to talk about a few reasons why thrifting is actually really, really awesome, other than it saves you money. So yeah, it is cost efficient, and you can find a lot of discounted items that often sell for sometimes hundreds of dollars, sometimes even thousands. Mm-hmm. And so the other thing is that it's really good for the environment because as me and Rachel are planning on doing in a future podcast, we're going to talk a little bit about fast fashion and why that's really negative to the environment. And, all of these clothes made super cheap so that they fall apart so that you have to come back sooner and buy more. And, of course, where do those clothes go? Either in a landfill or a thrift store, So,
yeah.
Also, something for me personally, kind of like Rena was touching on earlier, is finding new things to add into your personal style. When you go to a store like Forever 21 or, just American Eagle,
stores.
it's all the same style. It's all the same thing. In thrift stores, it's kind of like opening yourself up to different styles and different ideas.
Oh, you can find all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Always. And so it's kind of expanded my wardrobe personally. Mm-hmm. All right, so our first topic is, what are some common misconceptions about thrifting and used items?
Oh, man, I feel like I get a lot of people, if they see me wearing something, where'd you get that? I'm like, oh, got it at the Goodwill or the thrift store or this, that, the other. They're like, oh, that's used. Someone was wearing that for him. Yeah. Well, what if they, did something gross to it? I'm like, what do you mean? I mean, it's been washed. I'm not, worried about their germs or their, who knows what they have. But, I mean, hey, maybe I have more germs than them.
Yeah.
Who cares? Whatever. I mean, as long as you wash it, it's not like you're, pulling off, a hobo's back or nothing. You know what I mean? Finding a dumpster. Even though my dad is a garbage man, so he is super big on hoarding.
Oh, he's really good at thrifting.
Oh, it's bad, you guys. But he goes, and he only does, the, behind, the big, kind of stores, Macy's, or big old stores like that in the city in San Francisco, and they throw away all their brand new clothes, or clothes that have those tags on them that might have gotten a splotch on them or whatever, someone tried to steal it. So literally, it's not even that big of a deal. But he's brought me home some crazy good finds. New purses that have never been used, just out of style all of a sudden. New shirts, new pants, new jackets, everything. Jewelry, little knickknacks. Everything is really cool there. And I love how it's all brand new, but they just are out of style all of a sudden and no one wants to buy it. They have new inventory.
Mm-hmm. There's a whole community of dumpster divers that go to these stores. I mean, for makeup too, actually.
Yeah, I've actually seen the makeup hauls, and that stuff is crazy.
Thousands of dollars of tester products.
Yeah, they
and
throw all the testers away.
Everyone thinks it's gross,
insane.
but you can disinfect them. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And I think another misconception is that it's all junk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, some of my nicest items that I own have come from thrift stores because I can't afford to buy that kind of stuff. Now, I mean, I've seen things in thrift stores and then seen them a couple weeks later, brand new on the shelf of the department store that it came from.
And the thing about that is, maybe a clothing item can be junk to one person, but it appeals to another person.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So, it's one one man's trash is another man's treasure, I guess.
Yeah.
And there's
Absolutely.
a lot of timeless clothing items, like
Absolutely.
styles that never go out of
Yeah.
style. Like a classic bomber jacket or like a pea coat or something like that. Like that's you could buy that any time. It's not like it goes out of style.
Absolutely. No.
And it's almost like too, like, okay, if you were to go and buy a brand new car, once you take it off the lot, it loses all of its value and diminishes. Almost like the clothing. These clothings at one point were probably really expensive to somebody, and they might have actually been like, a golden find, and then all of a sudden it goes down the line, someone wears it, and all of a sudden someone's like, oh, it's just old to me, so someone else can find new value in it.
Oh yeah.
And it's way cheaper, so why not?
Yeah. All right. So our next point, this is one of my favorite things. I'm excited to hear. So what are some of your tips and tricks to finding some of the best stuff? I mean,
you gotta put the time in.
Yeah, it's all about time. Like you got to go through all the racks, all the clothing racks. You can't skip out on stuff. I mean,
you gotta try stuff on.
Yeah,
I hate it when I find something like, oh, this is gonna be perfect for me, and you try it on, it's not.
Yeah,
even
it's
right.
the worst feeling ever.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, and when you go, it's like you have to go, and you have to go often, and be prepared to spend hours.
Oh, totally.
Because
bring a water bottle.
It's a lifestyle.
Oh yeah, bring a water bottle
because
it gets real disorienting sometimes. You're just looking at thing after thing, and it's like, okay, I need a break. No,
Oh, sorry. I was going to say I have some rules for myself when I'm thrifting.
Ooh.
Like, I try to never buy clothing that has missing buttons or broken zippers because I always tell myself I'll fix it, and then I never do, and then I never wear it.
Amen.
So those are I have a couple rules to help me save me from myself.
That's definitely something that I do too. Like, I don't buy it unless I'm absolutely in love with it. Because if I buy something that I kind of like, because I'll tell myself, yeah, it's cheap, so why not? Right. And then I just end up with all of this crap.
And my closet won't even close. It's really bad.
That's definitely my house.
Another thing that I've noticed, like one of my tricks, is if you go often enough, you'll find what times they put new items on the racks.
Really?
No, I'm telling you, that's when you find the best stuff. I went to Pick of the Litter on Piner one time, and they had just put out, it was between 2 and 3 p.m., and they had just put out a bunch of new inventory that they just got in. I found, like, 2 brand new jackets that both sold for at least $100 brand new. One was even $200. I got a brand new laptop case, like a MacBook Pro laptop case. Like for $4.
Oh, no.
No. The cases are expensive too, though. Don't get me wrong.
I got an iPhone X at Platos Closet. It was pretty sweet.
All right. So another thing I wanted to ask you guys, because I've personally really only gone to clothing or thrift stores and like yard sales and stuff, but has anyone been to like consignment stores or clothing swaps, estate sales, like, are those good, or those
honestly haven't really experimented with that much. I've only done really the classic Goodwill and stuff like that, but I'm super into trying that. That seems like something that'd be fun to try for sure.
I've checked out like the flea market type stuff. Those are fun, and I mean yard sales are cool too.
Yeah, yard sales are awesome.
Really cheap stuff.
Oh
there. People just want to really get rid of their stuff. So you can even talk them down. They're like 50 cents. I'm like 25. They're like, oh, okay, you're sold.
Well, why don't you just take it?
Right. It's yours. Just be wearing it right now. Oh my god.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
I like consignment stores because, well, they're different. Consignment stores are like when you sell lightly used, like, brand name clothing usually, so it's more expensive than thrift stores, but it's a lot cheaper than buying new brand name stuff.
Right.
So I'll go shopping at, like, there's a consignment store on 4th Street. I forget what it's called, but I found a really nice wallet there once. That was like a designer wallet. I'm not really into labels that much, but I do like vintage clothes. You can get cool vintage clothes at consignment stores.
Oh, fun fact right now, Aubergine in Sebastopol is closing in a few days here, and they're having a huge sale, and it's all vintage clothing. A lot of people think it's a thrift store. It's not.
We're not sponsored by Aubergine, by the way.
Well, my friend works there, so maybe a little bit. But no, they will still have their online store going, which I wanted to put out there, because Aubergine's really awesome for finding
online?
they have an eBay store.
Oh.
Yeah, all of the employees there are going to the warehouse, I think, to keep working, and so they have. But anyways, you were talking about vintage clothes. It's a really cool place to find some like really decently priced vintage clothes. Of course, some stuff they're gonna sell for what it's worth. But right now they're having a huge blowout sale because they're closing in a few days, their retail locations. So if you're interested in vintage clothes, that's definitely a place I would hit up before they're gone forever.
Totally.
Gotta go check it out.
Definitely. All right. So what are your favorite stores? Your favorite places to go to? Like specifically, like Oh, the Goodwill on, whatever street those are on.
Honestly, the Goodwill on Stony Point is awesome. That's like one of my faves. I go there.
Mine too.
Yeah, I found this sweet shirt one time, and I mean, it was like a big guy's like muscle t-shirt, and it was like I think like triple extra large. But I was looking at it, I'm like, it's so cool. I just like the design on the back of it and the design on the little like chest part right there. So I took it home, sewed up the sleeves just a little bit so it fit me a little bit more, and then I cut up this bottom of the whole thing and made it almost like a dress, like a frayed dress, and I put beads on it. I literally wear it to the river every year over my bathing suit in the summertime, and people are always like, that's the coolest thing ever. Where'd you get it? I'm like, Goodwill, people. Goodwill. But anyway, I just love it so much. I just love finding like random, like good little secret stuff there. So because, like, like you said, one man's trash is another person's treasure.
Exactly.
And I treasure it. And it's like the one thing I actually went home and fixed. Like you said before, I'm like, I'll fix it later. No, I don't fix anything later. But this I did. It was just like determination. Yeah. It was so badass. Sparkly green beads all over it. Like, it's cute.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
That's cool.
We should post a picture of it.
Yeah, we should definitely do that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
See the picture on our site.
Right? Oh, man, I could put together a killer outfit of all thrifted stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Honestly.
Yep.
So what's your favorite?
I am impartial to Platos Closet.
Yeah.
I live across the street from Platos Closet, so I'm there just about every weekend, and they have cool stuff all the time. Like I buy pants there. I've found good basketball shoes there, cool shirts, jackets. Yeah. Actually, I bought a really, really cool jacket at a Goodwill that I fell in love with, and I wore it like 24/7 during the winter. And then the jacket actually got stolen from my laundry room when I was doing laundry one night. Whoa. And I happened to go to Plato's Closet the next week and found the exact same jacket.
Was it your jacket?
It was my jacket. No, it even had the same like little tear in it. It was the same exact jacket. Someone stole it from our laundry room and sold it to Plato's Closet, and then I found it. I won.
And you bought it again.
I bought it again. Of course I bought it again. It's an amazing jacket. No, it was very worth it. Yeah.
That's funny.
That'd be so annoying though. I'd be mad. I'd be like, this is my jacket. I'm taking it.
Yeah.
Just take it and run out. Can't go everywhere.
Oh, I was mad. But
that's funny. Something like that actually happened to me. My boyfriend had this Giants hat, like the San Francisco Giants, which he then lost. I mean, he had these really cool pins on it that he bought from this like little. Anyways, besides the point, he lost it. I found the same hat. Not his original one, but the same one at Plato's Closet.
That's
like
dope, yeah.
A year later, and I sent him a picture. He's like, "Buy it now,
buy it now,
please,
please!" Like a totally nice, brand new hat. Like
that's cute.
Yeah,
that is cool.
You know, there's a good thrift store on Sarah's Avenue too. It's like next to. It's like, okay, if you guys know where Michael's Arts and Crafts is at, on the Avenue, if you go across the street, there's like a little, I don't know, like a little.
Is that the one next to Pier 1? Tuesday morning or something? Because I don't know if that's necessarily. It has like a lot of kitchen stuff.
No, not Pier 1. No, I know what you're talking about. No, there's another little like thrift store right across the street. It's not like in the same parking lot. It's across the way in like a different little whatever it's called square, I guess. Anyway, it's a really cool thrift store. I've been there a few times. They got like all kinds of cool clothes. They actually have some kind of like old appliances too. Like in case you like didn't want to buy new ones. But man, they are some old appliances, by the way. But they're pretty cool. I dig it though. And the jewelry, I found some really nice jewelry there before.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
All right,
Rachel.
I like all those shops too. I haven't been to that one on Santa Rosa Avenue, but yeah, the Goodwill for sure. I haven't got lucky at the Goodwill yet. Really? My friend found a pair of like lightly used Doc Martens there recently, and I was like, because they look like my size and everything.
That's a good reaction.
Yeah, I was like, that's cool.
Thrift envy.
Yeah, thrift for real.
Yeah.
Envy.
I think my favorite place, like above all else, I've been going there with my grandma since I was a little kid. Pick Up the Litter on Piner is like,
I have to go there.
Oh my god, it's the best. They have like all of my best finds I've had there, or at least most of them. I mean, and plus all of their profits, or at least a good majority of them, I'll have to fact check that, go to Forgotten Felines. So they're supporting homeless kitties and stuff, which is cool. And they have a special little room in the back where actually like half of it is like whatever holiday's coming up, they have all like the gear and stuff, especially on Halloween. I mean, they have so many used Halloween costumes that people put on once and throw away.
Right.
And then in the room over, there's like a glass door. They have cats for adoption that live in there.
I can't go there.
Right? I'm buying everything, including all the cats. Oh my god.
And I'll shopping for a new pair of shoes, come home with 17 cats.
Yeah. That's my favorite place.
Right on.
You know, there's probably another one. I forgot the name. I think it's like something missionary something, but it's also like a thrift store, Goodwill type thing on Piner. Near like the Epicenter. You guys know the Epicenter?
Yeah.
It's like right across the street, next door to that, the car wash. And there's like, it's really cool. And I just went there the other day. Me and my boyfriend actually went and got like a cool chair couch thing, you could say. He's like refurnishing his house right now because he's
A
like
couch?
nothing. A couch, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those things,
Yeah.
couches, and it's really nice. And I was like, look, I'm like, it looks kind of like Bummy, babe, and he made me sit on it. It is so comfortable. I'm like, I don't care, just get it now. It was like a footrest thing. It was.
Oh
awesome.
yeah. That's
Was
awesome.
it Crossing the Jordan?
Is that what it is?
Because that one's on Piner too, I
That
think.
might be it then. Or no, that's down a little ways too.
Oh, okay.
That one's behind that market, I think. And then it's like right across from Epicenter. I thought.
Yeah.
It's something missionary, I feel like. But anyway, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
stuff
I
there,
was
cool
thinking
workout
that
stuff.
because Crossing the Jordan has a lot of couches, and they also offer student discounts on certain days of the week.
Oh,
So
cool.
not only are you buying hella cheap stuff, you also get a student discount.
Score.
Sometimes.
I'm down with that.
What time is it?
Yeah, we got to wrap up.
All right, cool. So we'll do another segment at some point, and I want to talk about like our best finds.
Ooh,
You
that'd be
know,
cool.
so our favorite things that we've ever found.